All right, so this is part 2, activity 1, starting with page 6. Number 6 says Julio has $5 more than Dan, although together Dan and Julio have $19. How much more money does each young man have? Let D represent the amount of money in dollars that Dan has. Use D to write an expression that represents the amount of money that Julio has. All right, so if D represents Dan, then that's if D represents Dan, and Julio has $5 more than Dan. So whatever Dan has, Julio would have 5 more. So write an equation to represent the solution. You have whatever Dan has, right? Plus whatever Julio has, which Dan still has the D. Julio has, again, this is the J, right? Julio has Dan plus 5, and all that together equals 19, right? All right. So another way that you can write this is 2D plus 5 equals 19. State in the property below, solve your equation for 7. All right. So you have 2D plus 5 equals 19. That is the original. You would then subtract a 5 by both sides using the subtraction property of equality. Combine like terms to get 2D equals 14. Again, you combine like terms. To get there. Then you divide a 2 by both sides. That is the division property of equality. And then you just simplify to get your answer. 2 divided by 2 is 1, 1D. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And again, I got my answer by just simplifying. It says check your solution to make sure that it is correct. Check your solution to make sure it is correct. Let me go blue. So this means that 2D plus 5 equals 19. Well, what about if D equals 7? That's the question. We're checking to see if that works. So 2 times 7 plus 5 equals 19. 14 plus 5 equals 19. 19 equals 19. Yep, it works. Okay. Yes, it does work. All right, number 9. Interpret your solution to 8 within the context. So D, right? What did we say D equals? D stood for Dan, right? Stood for the amount of money that Dan had. Okay. So Dan, if D is 7, Dan has $7, right? And we said that D plus 5 stood for Julio. And so Julio has $7 plus $5, which is $12. Verify the reasonableness of your solution by checking that your answer to item 9 matches the information given in the original situation at the top of the page. All right. So that's going to be too big. Let me go there. If Dan has $7 and Julio has $12, then Julio has $5 more than Dan. And together they have 12 plus 7, which is $19. All right. And so this matches, right? This matches the information given. This matches the information given in the problem situation. Given in the problem situation. Basically, if Dan has 7, Julio has 12, then they have $5 more than Dan. Julio has $5 more than Dan. Together, if you add the 12 and the 7, you get 19, and this matches the information that is given in the problem situation. All right, let's take a look at 11 and 12. 11 says use item 6 to check your answer, check your understanding. Use item 6. The variable J could be used to define the amount of money in dollars that Julio has. Use J to write an expression to represent the amount of money in dollars that Dan has. Describe the similarities and the difference between the expression that you wrote in item 6. All right. So in item 7, instead of saying Dan, whatever Dan has plus, we actually here for A would be saying whatever. Let me do this in a different color so it sticks out. We actually would be saying whatever Julio has minus 5 is what Dan has. Okay. Part B, right? B would be, let's see what it says. Write and solve an equation with the variable J. So whatever Julio has, which is now J minus 5, that's what Dan has, right? Plus what Julio has, which is just J, equals the total amount, which is 19. The total amount, which is 19, right? And so if we solve this, we would still get, let's see, we would get 2J minus 5 equals 19. We would get 2J equals 14. And that would just be no, that's adding. I'm sorry, that's adding, right? We'd add the 5, not 14. That would give me a 2 times 24, which means 12J would be 12. So Julio would be 12. If we're going back, he would have $12, right? And it says, does the definition of the variable in the problem situation change the solution of the problem? Okay. Does it change the solution of the problem? Well, yeah, right? Yes, it does, right? You would have gotten you would have gotten my stuff is, let me move this here out of the way. You would have gotten, let me look at it one more time. I'm kind of looking at it, working out. You would have gotten that Julio has $12 and Dan has 12 minus 7, which equals $5. Equals $5 is what you would have gotten. Okay. Let's go with, let me move this up here so that way I can go back to working number 12. Move this up here out of the way. Number 12. We have Elaine is 8 years younger than her brother Tyler. The sum of their age is 34. To find the variable, then write and solve the equation to find Elaine and Tyler's age. So we're going to let E equal Elaine, right? We'll just let E equal Elaine. And we're going to say that whatever Elaine is, right? Whatever Elaine is, plus it says is 8 years younger, so her brother is 8 years older. So whatever Elaine is, her brother is 8 years older than that. Her brother is 8 years older than that, and together they equal 34. All right, together they equal 34. So that would give me 2E plus 8 equals 34. Which that would be, let's see, 2E plus 8 minus 8 equals 34 minus 8. And that would be 2E equals, what would that be, 26? Is that what that would be, is 26? Yeah, that'd be 26. That would be 26. So E would equal 13. So Elaine is 13. And now we just have to figure out how old is Tyler, right? Now we just have to figure out how old is Tyler. Well, Tyler is 8 years older, right? So Tyler would be 13 plus 8, which would be what? What is that, 21? So that'd be 21. So Tyler is 21. Okay, so this type of stuff is what we're doing. Okay, this is the type of stuff that we're doing. You have the lesson practice problems 13 through 17 that I need you to accomplish. All right, so that way we can kind of move on. All right.